Hello and welcome to Sir Robert Chidoku online tutorials. Today we are going to look at the tapestry of leadership, nursing leadership and management. Obviously you think that leadership is management, or you think management is leadership, but there is a difference between the two. There is a difference between leadership and management, as you are going to see. Let me just explain a bit. Leadership, in simple terms, is all about exerting influence on a group of people in order to achieve a particular goal. That's leadership. The ability and the capacity to influence other people towards a certain direction for the realization of a particular goal. That defines leadership. Management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, coordinating, and motivating. And in most instances, managers are appointees. They are appointed people with designated authorities to run a particular firm, to run a particular company, to run a particular institution on behalf of the owners of the company or on behalf of the employers. And we see leaders at various levels of different organizations at different levels. So let's proceed and see how leadership differs from management. So in our first unit, we are going to look at leadership and management. In this unit, we are going to define concepts in leadership and management. We'll also describe principles and the theories of management. Furthermore, we'll discuss types of organizations and how to build organizational culture. Another thing that is more important is also this thing that I call organizational culture. Organizational culture is very important because look, I think you've seen that in different institutions, government institutions and private institutions, particularly within the African context. The organizational culture is totally different for those two that I've mentioned. You go to a government hospital, you see some health personnel and how they treat patients there in the government institutions. And then you go to the private institutions and see how you nurses treat people when you're in the private sector. It's totally different. Yes, it's not that when you're greeting your patients in the morning, both in the government institutions and in the private institutions, you're supposed to greet your patient with a smile, with a warm welcome. But you see that in the government institutions, you see it's totally different. You go to the private institutions, it will be wide smiles everywhere. How are you, Mr. So and so? How are you feeling now? How was your night last night? In case of anything, please feel free to come and contact us. We are here for you. Without you, we can't operate, sir. Yes. But the same person who is saying this, take for example, they're employed in the government sector. Go and see what they're doing when they're in the government sector. It's the same person who frowns at the patient. It's the same person who refuses with a bedpan, to offer a bedpan. It's the same person who misbehaves. But you take them to a different organization where that behavior is not tolerated, where the organizational culture is totally different. They will just comply and fit in like a jigsaw puzzle. So it's good as a leader. It's a challenge that I place upon you to build a positive organizational culture. So let us take a quick look at the unit objectives. At the end of this unit, you should be able to define leadership and management, which I did. Define concepts used in leadership and management. Outline principles of management. Discuss theories of management. Lastly, describe organizations. So Let us quickly define leadership. Let us quickly define leadership and also define management. So leadership is the art of influencing and directing people in such a way that will win their obedience, confidence, respect, and loyal cooperation in achieving common objectives. That's leadership for you. I gave you the key word earlier on that leadership is all about influence. You have no influence, you're not a leader. No influence, no leadership. You can't influence people, you can't lead. You don't have any people who obey you, you are not fit to lead. No one is confident with you, you cannot lead. No one respects you, you cannot lead. No one is loyal to you, you cannot lead. No one is cooperating, so who can you lead? So when people are obeying you, confiding with you, confident with you, respecting you, loyal to you, you can definitely be an effective leader, and with that team, you collectively achieve your goal. So the essence of leadership is the ability to influence other people in other ways. So this is the whole essence of leadership. It revolves around influence. So as a leader, you must have influence. Obviously, a positive influence, not a negative influence. You lead by inspiration, not by force. By inspiring, not by forcing people. By motivating them, not by forcing yourself on them. That's leadership. Yes. By inspiring them, not by scaring them. Yes. So influencing other people, usually in some types of group, to work toward the achievement of other big groups' goals. In addition, leaders help others develop a sense of what is important. So leaders also help people to develop a sense of direction and a sense of purpose. People must have a direction, and we must have a unit of direction, which means we should be going in the same direction. No, this one is going this way, and you, my friend, you are going the other way around. So you as a leader, you must cultivate that sense of direction so that people know where they are coming from and where they are going, because you are leading in front. So there is direction which you are providing, and there is purpose. People should know the purpose, why they are following you. What is the purpose? What is the ultimate objective? What is the target? What are they supposed to achieve at the end of the day? What is the vision? You're the vision carrier, you're the torch bearer. Yes. So effectiveness leaders are those who inspire others to work together in pursuit of a shared goal. This goal may be providing excellent patient care, designing a cost-saving procedure, or challenging ethics of a new policy. So let us quickly look at management. Management is the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the work of organizational members, and of using all available resources to reach stated organizational goals. So like I indicated earlier on, I gave you a very simple way of mastering the definition of management. I said Polycom. Polycom, which simply means planning, P for planning, O for organizing, L for leading, and C for coordinating, and M for motivating. That's management. We expect you to plan. You must have careful plans, and you must implement those plans. You must be able to coordinate between different departments. As a leader, it's all upon you. You're the matron, you're the sister in charge, you're the clinical director. You're supposed to coordinate what is happening in the casual department, the accident department, and what is happening in the surgical ward, in the medical wards, in the theater, in the maternity ward. You should be coordinating things. So coordination is important. And another function is controlling. You must be able to control. If you can't control, things will get out of hand and be blamed. And for your own information as a next leader, and you're not coordinating, you're not controlling, and things get out of hand, that's an easiest way of getting your name in the headlines. Matron of so and so and so and so, charged of negligence. so and so and so and so charged with negligence because you failed your duty. So NS is a leader. Okay, thank you, my friend. Management is a process by which managers create, direct, maintain, operate purposive organization through systematic, coordinated, cooperative human efforts. So it's also very easy to lead when people are cooperating. When people can accept to be directed, you must be able to direct people. But when we are talking about direction, doesn't mean that these people have got blinkers, they can't see where they are going. They know, they're professionals, they know what they're doing. But you should be able to give a particular direction, because most of the things in management, they are systematic, they're already structured, they're already planned. So they're just moving in the things that are already planned, because management is scientific. Henry Fayol defined management as planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling the work of a given set of employees. Ren 1972. This we said earlier on. Now let us look at these concepts. The following are the concepts of leadership and management. So we've got planning, we have organizing, directing, controlling, and staffing. So staffing is yet another important function. You need the staff, you need members of staff who are going to perform a multiplicity of functions to ensure that the institutions, the hospitals, the clinics, they are operating and people are getting treated, people are recovering, things are moving, and we are contributing towards a health nation and for the achievement of the sustainable development goals according to the World Health Organization, and of course yes, as stipulated by the World Health Organization. So planning, what is planning? Yes, it's very easy to say planning. This one doesn't know how to plan. Yeah, you don't know how to plan, but do you know what planning means? What does it mean to plan? Tell me what it means to plan. Even in the comment section, what is planning? Planning is a systematic approach to attaining explicit objectives for the future through efficient and appropriate use of resources available now and in the future. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. This is the simplest definition that I want from you, my leader. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So when you do things beforehand, you have got a picture of how you are going to do certain things before you start implementing, right? With the specifics on when you are going to be doing that and how you are going to do it, involving all the intricate processes, all the nitty-gritties of how you are going to perform that. That's what we call planning. And once you plan beforehand, then everything that you have planned will just fall into place, and the things will just become as is as cutting hot margarine with what? As cutting margarine with a hot knife. Okay, organization. That's organizing. It is a social unit of people that is structured and managed to meet a need or to pursue collective goals. So this is an organization. You may wonder what an organization is, or you may just, maybe you have been saying, hey, organization, this organization, but you don't know what an organization is. If a quiz was to be posed to some of you, maybe you're going to fail. So an organization is a social unity of people that is structured and managed to meet a need or to pursue a collective goal. So you see, organizations, they're in the society. It's a social unity of a particular people, and its main objective is to pursue a collective goal. So definitely it means the organization will be meeting the need of the society. If it is a hospital, it's meeting the needs of the society, the needs of the nation. So it becomes an organization and it becomes of interest to the society and to the nation. Directing. Directing means giving instructions, guiding and counseling, motivating and leading the staff in an organization in doing work to achieve organizational goals. So this is what we mean when we talk of directing. Directing is not just giving instructions. Yes, it means giving instructions, but beyond giving instructions, it also means guiding. But how do you guide when you don't know? You must be knowing the procedures. You must have gone through it so that you're able to instruct others, give others information which is just thorough and comprehensive for them to understand. You must be able to counsel others both in the process. It's emotionally draining in the clinical area, but you, because you've gone through it, you're able to counsel them, motivate. You should be able to give them energy, the drive, so that they're able to do their work and leading the staff in an organization, and definitely for the achievement of the organizational goals. A healthy nation by 2040 or by 2063. You understand? Controlling. So controlling, this is determining what is being accomplished, that is evaluating performance, and if necessary, applying corrective measures so that performance takes place according to plans. So this is what we mean by controlling. So controlling doesn't mean forcing or maybe treating people in a very disgusting and uncomfortable manner, but it's all about staying on course in terms of accomplishing the goals, ensuring that the goals are accomplished, and you evaluate the performance, and you are monitoring that everything that is being done, so that corrective measures are then put in place. So for you to be controlling, you are also able to put corrective measures in place so that things are done according to a book or according to how they're supposed to be done. Staffing. Yes, you need members of staff. So staffing is the process of acquiring, developing, employing, appraising, remunerating, and retaining people so that the right type of people are available in right positions and at the right time in the organization. So this is staffing for you. It even refers to the process of acquiring. Should you have the skills? This is usually done by the human resources management, by the HR department, to recruit people, to enroll people, to recruit people for employment. So the process of acquiring is done by the qualified personnel in the area of human resource management, the HR managers. They know how to acquire people who have got the qualifications. And for your own information, people who have got the knowledge, who have got the skills, who have got the experience, and people are employed not because they are relatives or maybe or any other reasons, but people who qualify by meritocracy, not nepotism. So developing and employing. So employees, again, even as they'll be working, they need to continue being developed. So there's what we call manpower development. You should send them for school. They should continue upgrading, not you trying to disturb their career progression prospects. Employing, yes, it involves employing. You should be employing people, and also at the same time firing again those who are not complying with organizational policies. Appraising, you should be able to appraise their performance to see how they are performing. Their performance, this is what we call performance management. Remunerating, you should pay them. They must be paid. They can't work for nothing because they've got families to feed. They've got needs to fulfill. They've got objectives in life. And retaining people so that the type of people available in the right positions. Retaining means you should be able to keep them at their work, and maybe until they are old enough to retire, depending on how you treat them. But if you're a problem and they're always on their neck, they can't last even for 6 months or even for a year. They would have left. So in certain organizations, we have what we call labor turnover. there's a serious labor turnover. It means a lot of employees are leaving the organization. So if you are not treating your staff well, there will be a serious labor turnover, serious labor mobility. Now let us rush and look at the principles of management. I understand they've been working under different assistant charges and different in charges who apply different management styles in different departments in hospitals and health centers. Yes, so in leadership we've got different styles. You can't use one style each and every time. So most managers of organizations base their day-to-day running of the organizations using Henry Fayol's principles of management. Henry Fayol is known as the father of management, and he came up with 14 principles of management. We want to go and look at those 14 principles of management which were espoused and propounded by Henry Fayol, and how they assist us in leading organizations. Okay, my leader. Henry Fayol's principles of management. Henry Fayol laid down the 14 principles of management. The following are the principles of management which most of the managers apply in different organizations. Division of work. So we've started. These are the different points that he raised. The 14 principles of management. So these are the things that he mentioned. These are the things that he observed. These are the things that he saw to be very crucial for the management process to be happening smoothly and for work to proceed flawlessly. You understand? So most of the managers apply in different organizations. Division of work. Work must be divided. Don't do everything alone, my friend. And this division of work, we call it delegation of duties. You must be able to delegate, to divide work into small, simple tasks so that you can finish. Because if you want to do it alone, you won't finish. You understand? You got exhausted for nothing. Then there's authority. You must have authority. Without authority, an organization can just fail. It won't go anywhere. For your information, let me give you my personal story. I had an organization that I started, but in that particular organization, I didn't have authority. Yes, it was just on paper that I was in authority, but I wasn't. I didn't have much control, and the organization definitely failed because there was no control. When you are not controlling as a leader, you don't have authority. So how are you going to control people? How are you going to direct people who don't even respect the legitimacy of your authority? You understand? Discipline. People must be disciplined. They must be disciplined. Without the discipline, organizations will not work. This one is doing this at this time where work is supposed to be done. This one is doing things in this way. This one, there is no discipline. So things will fail. Things will fall apart without discipline. So even the employees must be disciplined. I didn't say punished. I say disciplined. Unit of command. There must be a unit of command. Who is controlling? Who is commanding? Unit of direction. There must be a unit of direction. We're moving in the same direction. And also unit of command that I said. This leader on top says this. Then the leaders who within the same we are in the hierarchy, in the lower hierarchy levels, they must not dispute and say, no, why did he say that? And they start resisting. So there's no unit of command. So there must be unit of command. If the boss says this, then others must follow. Unit of direction. If we say let's go this, let's go this. No, this one wants to go this way. This one now is saying I want to do that, and then you say I want to do this at this time. No. Unit of direction. Subordination of individual interest to the general interest. Yes, you must subject your own interest to the interest of majority. You must put yourself under the interest, under the authority and the power of the generality, of the majority. You must submit to the general interest of the organization and other team members for the organization to work. We have my friend, do you know that we've got a lot of people who are very selfish in these organizations? We have egocentric people. So when I'm talking about this, I know what I mean. So no individualism, because leadership itself, it defies egoism, individualism, and egocentrism. That's leadership. So, and then remuneration. Yes, remuneration must be there. If you don't pay people, the organization will fall apart. People need to be paid. It's a principle on its own. They work for money. That one is clear. They don't work for a pie. Centralization. Yes, centralization of authority. There must be someone who is calling the shots. Someone who is known, who is directing, who has got the authority, who has got the power. Not the power to rule, but the power to lead, to give the vision, and to direct things, and also to be a key decision maker. Scalar chain. Yes, there must be a chain of command. There must be a chain of command. We must know who is who in the organization in terms of the organizational hierarchy, in terms of the organogram. You know the organogram? Yes, go and look at the organogram and see how authorities place the different levels of the organization. Then we have order. There must be order in the organization. There must be order. Order involves a lot, even including order of how resources are organized themselves. Equity. There also must be equity and equality. Stability. Stability must also be there. Stability of tenure of personnel. Stability of tenure of personnel. So let's say this: you are an employee of an organization and there is no a clear contract. You have not signed a contract, and the employers are not even keen or indicating when you are going to sign the contract, but they keep threatening you with getting fired. So it means there is no stability of tenure of personnel. It means obviously you'll be thinking about leaving that particular place because there is no stability of tenure.